So I got asked a question recently by one of the viewers, one of you guys, that says, Brandon, how do you prepare for competition the week of? What I think they mean by this is like, what does the week of competition look like for me as far as training goes? I think that there's tons of different ways you can do this. I always say this is just my opinion. This is not gospel. I don't believe that this is how you must do it. But the way I like to look at it, guys, is the week of competition is the week where you need to stay healthy, keep your lungs warm, and move, right? There's two really big extremes, I would say, that people fall into when it comes to the week of competition. Extreme number one is they train too hard. They try to cram, right? They're treating the week of competition like it's a big pop quiz, and they need to cram it in so they have all the answers, or that their cardio is amazing or whatever. Number two, on the contrary, they just don't do anything. They just don't train at all. And they just wait for maybe they take 5 days off of just moving. Both of these extremes are bad. I've seen both happen. I know there's gonna be someone in the comments be like, man, I've never seen anyone do either one of these. And you're like, guys, I've been around thousands of athletes. I've seen it, both in wrestling and jiu-jitsu. With that being said, this video applies to both wrestling and jiu-jitsu, how I would prepare. For me, let's say I compete on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Monday or Tuesday before the competition will be like my last hard day, depending, right? If it's Friday, it'll probably be Monday. If it's Saturday or Sunday, it'll probably be Tuesday. But I try to get 2 really good lung blows in before the week of competition, whether it's on the mat, whether it's an assault bike, whatever. I just want to keep my lungs warm and hot. I won't go so hard. I'm not trying to kill myself, right? I'm not going to do a 30-minute round, but I might do a couple 4 or 5 minute rounds, just keep the heart rate up, and try to feel good. And then on the other days, I'll just drill, I'll just flow row, drill, just kind of work through the positions that I want to hit in competition and try to make myself confident. I do a lot of meditating. I get in my head a lot, right? We've talked about this. Everyone gets not everyone, right? But lots of people get anxiety. For me, the week of competition, that week even before competition, a big part is the physical work is done. Now it's time to just lock in, feel good, and try to be as confident as possible, because competition can be extremely anxiety inducing. But when you have the right people around you and you're consuming the right things and you're putting the right stuff into your mind, it can make competition a lot more fun, a lot more enjoyable, and it can allow you to compete freely. Now, it doesn't guarantee that you win or lose, but it'll allow you to compete freely, which honestly is the goal. But week of competition, the thing that I think is even, I do think not doing anything is bad, but what's the worst is the crammers, okay? Do not be a crammer in competition. This is bad, all right? This is horrible. Don't be a crammer. This is the person that is doing 1,000 speed drills the week of competition. They're doing as many live rounds as possible. Guys, if you did a camp, camps are relative, right? So I'd say 6 to 8 weeks. If you did a camp for a competition, you should have great cardio, way ahead of the time that the competition starts, right? That last week is not the time to get your cardio better, right? The last week is the time to try to maintain, try to feel good, try to get your lungs hot and warm, try to loosen your body up, try to move around. It is not the time to go scrap with your favorite partner. We all have that one partner that we're like, hey, you, I got you third round after my 2 warm-up rounds. We're about to go, we're fighting today. We're scrapping on the mats today. This week, the week of comp, is not the time to do that. Even though I said I go live, right? Let's say Monday or Tuesday, if it's a couple days before the comp, I'll choose I won't say easy partners, right? But I'll choose a partner that I trust, someone that I can be like, hey bro, we're flowing, we're just getting our lungs moving, we're getting hot and ready. And I try to be safe, because there's no point of scrapping the week of competition. It is dumb. Not only is it going to exhaust you, or it can exhaust you, but even worse than it exhausting you is you risk getting injured. By the end of a camp, your body's already beat down a little bit, and just going out there and going pojada with your favorite training partner right before a competition is actually not going to make that big of a difference. But guys, that's pretty much my advice on the thing. Go chill, go easy, get a couple rolls in, right? Don't go crazy, but also don't be the person who just does nothing, because this oftentimes can lead to you being stiff, you being cold, having what I call cold lungs. This one's a really big problem, where you don't blow your lungs out at all for a whole week, and then when you go to competition, it feels like you're gonna have a heart attack, that your lungs are super cold even when you warm up really hard, because you just haven't moved your body. I don't know the science of it. Someone comment down below and kind of explain what that is. Maybe it's lactic acid. You're not something with lactic acid. I don't know. There's at least one of you people on here who's a sports scientist who knows way better than me. Explain down in the comment below what happens when you just don't do anything with your body and then you try to do something super hard. It is not good. Okay. Oh, one more thing. When I think about drilling on those days, like leading up to, so I've done my like 1 or 2 rolling days the week of comp, and now I have 2 or 3 more or 4 days, 2 or 3 days usually left. What do? I'm gonna drill, right? What I mean by this is I'm probably, for me personally, is I'm going to go through the sequences I want to hit. Okay, take down, take the back, finish submission, pass, secure, pass, hit submission, get on bottom, sweep, score, submission, etc., etc. I'm just going to kind of go through the things that I think could happen, especially based on my opponents. I'll be like, okay, this person who I'm pretty positive I'm going to face is going to do this thing. I'm going to try to work these sequences to do my best to avoid and score off of specific opponents' positive looks, right? The things that I'm sure that they're probably gonna aim for in our competition. I'm gonna kind of work through those things. And again, I'm not doing anything new. I'm just kind of staying sharp. During the camp, you should be working on very specific opponents. I think it's very important to watch film. It can be very anxiety inducing for sure, but I do think it's important to watch film, see what your opponents are good at, and do your best to, not completely change your game for your opponent, but try to be smart. I'm still really new at jiu-jitsu, guys, so I'm still learning a lot about jiu-jitsu. So this comes more from my wrestling pedigree, where it's like it was a lot easier for me to scout guys when I was wrestling because I had a much deeper knowledge. In jiu-jitsu, I'm getting a lot better. I'm starting to learn what more things are. I've been doing jiu-jitsu close to 4 years now, so I am starting to see stuff, especially just with more competition experience. But of course, that's all relative. If you don't know what to look for, I think it's always good to ask your coach, like, hey coach, what do you see in this guy? That's like one big thing that I can focus on. Of course, you don't have to scout the whole field. Sometimes it's like, let's be honest, like there's a lot of not quite as good guys in tournaments, and that doesn't mean they're not good and they're not a threat. They are a threat. Everyone's a threat. Everyone can get you. Everyone can snipe you. But there are clear favorites, clearer threats, and you should probably do your best to try to focus on those guys. It's just the reality of it. There's usually 4 or 5 really, really tough guys in any given bracket. Depending on how big the bracket is, there's more. Like ADCC trials, there's a ton. But sorry guys, I kind of went on a bit of a rant there, kind of rambles. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys would like to learn some takedowns, I have a full website that has, I think I have 8 or 9 instructionals now. My instructionals go between hand fighting, single legs, duck unders, takedowns for jiu-jitsu, takedowns for older grapplers, which is just an underhook course with no shots, and more. You guys can see that like right here. Or if you'd like, I have a weekly Patreon subscription, which, well, I guess it's a monthly subscription where I post videos weekly. Those videos are usually up to 30 minutes. Those can be Q&As, rolling videos, specific technique videos, etc., etc. These videos oftentimes come as a part of my exclusive like seminar footage. I just did a 18 seminar tour for the winter. Just finished it. I was exhausted. It was amazing. I loved it. Enjoyed all the time with you guys, but it was exhausting. You can click the links in the description below, or one of the links that popped up in the video, whether it's up here, or whenever, and you can check out that Patreon. I really am enjoying Patreon. It's something I thought I'd never do, but I had so much extra content. I thought, oh, why not just put it out on there? But yeah, guys, again, instructionals, link in the description, Patreon, link in the description. Thank you for watching. That week of competition is not the time to cram. It is not a pop quiz. Blow those lungs out, move those legs, work through your positions, and then get out there and compete. Thanks for watching.